When we started at Latitude, we were not sure if we wanted to be close to YC, different from YC, something YC, YC this, YC that. And suddenly, one of these founders, the founders of Malga, who were part of YC, they let us know that, hey, your value proposition stacks up. It's amazing. And beyond that, which was very nice to hear, the team from Malga has saved our asses many times. Because at Latitude, we need to process payments from Brazil to Brazil, from Brazil to outside of Brazil, from outside of Brazil to Brazil. So it's quite complex. And in that process, they have saved our asses many, many times. Joining on stage is one of the payments experts in Brazil, a guy with a lot of experience who I'd love to welcome on stage, Alex Vilhena, co-founder and CEO of Malga. Oh, we have Malga and then 2 other pitches, and thank you so much, everybody, for staying and paying attention to the founders. I really appreciate that. Here you go, this one.
All right.
You got it.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Marcial. He's good with all the introductions, how he is able to personalize the company, so I appreciate that. Like Marcial said, I'm Alex, co-founder and CEO of Malga. Quick question here. What would you think if you walked into a store and there are 4 cashiers, but 1 cashier was turning away customers? Odd, right? Probably not the best customer experience. Definitely not the best business strategy. Turning away customers is never a good business strategy. But that's what's happening in Latin America's digital economy. Brazil alone loses 186 billion reais a year. And according to Visa, part of this is because 1 in 4 transactions online is declined. And this means that Brazil has the worst acceptance rate in all the region, despite being one of the most advanced digital economies here. And this problem is only going to increase. With a growth rate of 30% year over year, you can imagine how big that number is going to get. So having come from the payments landscape and seen closely how companies like Uber, Airbnb, and iFood solved this problem by building their own payment stack, the founders at Malga know intimately the do's and don'ts of how to build a payments infrastructure that not only scales, but also delivers. The idea behind this infrastructure is that we allow companies to be completely adaptable with their very own personalized payments infrastructure. Now, what that means is that they can work with multiple providers, always deciding which is the best one on a transaction-to-transaction basis, have all the payment methods that their customers require through a single integration, make them more resilient by having fallback and contingency plans, decrease costs through least cost routing, and most importantly, increase sales through smart routing and optimizations. We built Malga, LatAm's modern payments infrastructure, with a 3-layered approach. The first layer was connectivity. We integrated and normalized dozens of providers, choosing the best in breed in acquiring digital payments, local payment methods, banks, fraud protection, and facilitating how our merchants could easily work with multiple providers at the same time. The second layer is autonomy. So we wanted to empower our merchants to build their own custom payments workflows, and then with clicks, not code, actually be able to create totally custom transaction flows that take a variety of parameters into consideration when deciding what's the best route for this transaction. Can I A/B test providers? And ultimately, have the highest acceptance rate possible. The third and final layer was intelligence. While having connectivity and the ability to actually customize your workflow was important, knowing what to optimize and how to optimize was just as important. So through a dashboard, an easy-to-use interface, we actually consolidated data from all the different providers, being a single source of truth, and provided actionable insights as to how to increase revenue. Since we launched in 2021, we've already processed 1 billion reais and have grown 10x year over year. And most importantly, we've actually worked with some of the best clients in digital, like Alura, Be Young, Privalia, and Latitude cohort companies like Awadi. And for these customers, we increased acceptance rates up to 70%. We decreased costs on average 30%. And this year alone, we've already recovered 30 million reais and injected it back into the Latin American digital economy. So before I leave, I just want to leave one final thought with you. Behind every declined transaction is a real customer. Now, what's the actual cost of losing a customer for you? What happens if that customer goes to a competitor? So if you're looking to optimize payments and increase revenue, please reach out. My name is Alex, co-founder and CEO of Malga. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you for this.